I'm going to be starting a new series where I take us through the basics of Make. If you're looking to start making automations and you don't really know where to start, you know nothing about the platform, this is the place to start and work your way through the rest of the playlist. Zapier and Make are the two prominent no-code building softwares. I personally prefer Make just because it has more technical abilities, it's cheaper, and I find that it has just as many, if not more, integrations than Zapier does. This first video is going to be going through data structures. There are three main types of data structures that you're going to see throughout Make, and that is a bundle, a collection, and an array. So let's get into Make so you can see what I'm talking about. All right, let's learn automation. Our first video is on data structures, and here's some information that you need to know before we get into the actual scenario. So data structures are the information within your scenario. Any input that you're dealing with, any output, that's a data structure. It's going to be a type of data structure. What are the three data structures? Bundles, collections, and arrays. So a bundle is going to be any input or output. That'll be the most overarching label of any of these. So anything that you're putting in, if I use a Google Sheets module and I get row 1, that's a bundle. If I insert or if I update a row and add text to the first row, that text would be input into the system as a bundle. A collection is a series of elements that are grouped together. And kind of in the same way, actually in the exact same way, an array is a group of collections put together. So the best metaphor that I learned with is contacts. So a bundle could be any of these. The name, an individual's contact, or a contact book. But the easiest way to understand it is, let's say a bundle is just one piece of text. If I put in one line of text, that's going to be the bundle. If I get out one line of text, that's a bundle. A collection could be several points of information. So let's say I'm dealing with a contact book, somebody's name, that will be a bundle either way. A collection would be one individual contact. So that includes their name, their email, their company, and their phone number. Several elements, several pieces of data all together. An array would be a phone book in that it contains several collections. An array is a collection of collections. So I know that might be kind of confusing, but just imagine it's elements grouped together, and those groups are grouped together. So that would be a contact book. Inside the book, there are several contacts, and inside each contact, there's a name, a number, and an email. So like I was saying, an array is a collection. It is a collection of collections, but a collection cannot be an array. So what I mean is just your standard collection that has 2 to 3 elements in it, that's not an array. You need several collections to have an array. Just one collection is not an array. Everything is a bundle. Every single piece of information that you're dealing with, that you're moving through systems, they're all bundles. So let's get out of this and get into a scenario so I can show you what I mean. Okay, so we are in a new scenario in Make, and the only thing we're going to be doing here is using a module to get some data and look at the structure. Super simple. So to do that, let's go ahead and get the weather app. Or module, rather. So I'm going to get current weather. It doesn't matter. Enter my location. And just run this one time. You'll see this pop up. The 1 is an indication of how many operations were ran. Make runs on like sort of a per use model. And so every function is an operation, but I'll get into that in a later video. So to see what bundle came out, you'll go look here. And so you'll see input, it's labeled as a bundle. And right here to the right is a parentheses collection. And you'll see the same down here. If you open these up, each collection has multiple sets of information. So notice how they are all still referred to as bundles and a collection. So then to look at the array structures, I'm going to use an iterator to bring those collections, or an aggregator to bring those collections together. It does what I just said, brings multiple elements together, as you can see in the little icon. But I'll just do this really quickly so you can see how an array is labeled. All right, so you can see here you have one array, and inside the array is one collection. So see here in the collection, only one drop down option appears per collection, but you can see this collection has its own drop down, and typically there would be multiple, and then you can actually open up this array. So you'll see collection, array, collection, and in here is another collection. So with an array, you can nest as much information as you want in there, whereas a collection, you can only have one set of values. Those values can't have values added onto them. So that was a pretty quick demonstration. I hope that made sense. Make sure to leave a comment if it doesn't. Also, if you are looking to automate your business, go ahead and check the comments for a link to book a consultation and more information. Thanks.